It's time for a Rivian! This is an interesting one because you can only get it so far from this Eventlab right here. This thing has 835 brake horsepower, 908 foot-pounds of torque, and weighs a stupid amount at 6,892 pounds. And yes, it's electric. So looking at this thing from the front, it looks... I don't know really. Going to the side, it looks like a modern day Land Rover Defender, but a bit of a knockoff. And at the back, I don't really know what to think. The light going across the back does look cool, but I don't know. Going to the inside, it is honestly quite bland. I'm not going to lie. It's really, really bland indeed. And then going to the front, let's go ahead and take a listen to this thing's electric kettle. So here we are now over at the upgrade shop. Let's jump straight to motor and battery and see what we have, what can we do to this thing, and how speedy can we make it, how much horsepower can we give this thing. We can go up to 919, up to 1002, and up to, 1000, and I think that is 86. And a fun thing is, the performance chart goes off the, well, chart really. As for aero and appearance, we've only sadly got just, we've actually got something cool. I was expecting Forza aero, I didn't expect this. And for the back, what do we have? We have got ourselves... What? Do we actually have anything? We do. It's that tiny little wing addition that I'm not sure if you can even see. But I'll go ahead and build this to the top of S1 and I'll be right back when I do that. S1? I meant A-Class. Sorry about that. So a bit of time later, we are at 6,086 pounds. We are rocking 1,086 brake horsepower and we're at A789 for the cost of 40,500 credits. Going over to paints, we of course have nothing in advanced, which is quite a shame, and for manufacturer colours we've got quite a few. We've got ourselves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different paint colours for this thing. And I'll say there's actually quite a set of really cool ones, including everybody's favourite, hyper-realistic Forza Horizon Ketchup Red. Oh, and bright orange as well. Now, a fun fact is, I've heard about Rivian for quite a while, but I've never actually seen a Rivian thing in person, because I know they make off-roaders and like massive trucks and stuff, but sadly that's all out in the US of A, and I am just a Brit. Maybe next time. And away we go with the 1086 brake horsepower in A-Class. This is absolutely ridiculous. And there is the Land Rover that I said it looked like earlier, and past we go. Oh dear, please turn. Alright, going up onto the gravel. Oh, the brakes on this are somewhat... I don't really know. Let's go ahead and see what we can do and how many people we can get past by the end of this race, considering we've just passed 2, and make that 3. And never mind, make that past first place as well, which now means we are first place. Also, is it me or does the steering wheel look like it's out of a Renault? Honestly, I don't really have too much to say about the Rivian, because once you start driving one electric car, they're practically all the same. Now, I know that's going to anger a lot of EV enthusiasts, but honestly, that's just my take on it. The Rivian truck that was in this game earlier, I had a chance to drive that, and it feels practically just like this thing, just without like a roof box or whatever. Although if you want to see a video on the other Rivian in Forza Horizon 5, go ahead and let me know in the comments. And now there's actually quite a gap between us and literally everybody else because of the joys of 1000 brake horsepower and some very short gearing and the one singular gear we've got. But up to the line we go, and across we go with a very comfortable first place, and let's see what we have a time of 2 minutes 19.006 seconds. So here we are now at the upgrade shop. The first thing we're going to do is immediately go and switch all the way over to drag racing tyres. And do we need to keep the tyre compound or the tyre size up for this? I think we should be okay at just toning it down a little bit, because we're going to go ahead and make this thing a little bit on the lighter side. Firstly, by taking off the giant winch at the front. So now we're barely picking the top of S1 with 802, and we've dropped the weight of this thing down to 5,089 pounds, still with 1000 brake horsepower and on drag racing tyres. So let's see how well this goes. Alright, here we are now over at the May Festival. Let's go ahead and grab a wheelie check from the Rivian. And nothing. I'm kind of not surprised this thing weighs about as much as a house. Let's go ahead and get ourselves set up over here at the edge of the drag strip, get our launch control ready, and away we go. Let's go ahead and see what we can get out of this ginormous thing. Let's go ahead and see. Hopefully we can try and break, I believe, probably about 150. In fact, there we go, we've got 150 already. I've got to keep my hopes low as it's an EV, and it is heavily just heavy. And 194 off of the edge of the runway, which is not too bad, but I feel like this thing could have done so much better. Alright, here we are back at the upgrade shop once again, but this time we're going to go ahead and put on some semi-slick tyres, and we're going to go ahead and just alter the thickness of them a little bit, and we're going to go ahead and see what we can get for the top speed of the Rivian R1S. Alrighty, here we are now over at the edge of the motorway, so let's go ahead and see what we get for a top speed out of this thing, and away we go. And out of the speed zone we go at 230.9 miles an hour, which is not too bad at all. And now we've got our downhill and speed camera still to go. Alright, our camera should be just there, and there it is, 248.62, and now to the downhill, 253, 254, that was the Vocho. And here we go to the downhill again, 252, 253, 254, 255, 256 for a split second, and no Vocho in sight. Let's go. And on the brakes, let's see how good the brakes are on this thing. Are they good? Are they terrible? They're, well, I don't know, they're alright. Now, before we go any further, here is the Hot Season Forza Horizon shop. We've got the Bugatti Veyron, the Halo Theme Part 1, the Star 27 ankle socks, the Horizon Super Wheel Spin, the Warhog, and the Horizon Regular Wheel Spin. Well, I don't know how I got here, but I'm a bit stuck. So here we are now over at our favourite little drift zone. We're going to go ahead and throw in the Rivian and see what we can do. We're going to get very, very sideways indeed. We have a bit extra. We've got 2 extra drive wheels than we had last time, and only 32,374 points, which is okay, but I feel like we could do better. Here we go at round number 2, going back the other way. Let's go ahead and see what we've got and trying to hopefully not hit the bridge. I'm aiming for around 30,000 if we can. We've clouted the wall a bit, and out the other side at 37,565 points, which is not too bad at all, really. But that is the Rivian R1S. It's a very interesting looking thing indeed, and it does look a lot like the most recent Land Rover Defender, but I guess that's kind of cool in a way. But I'll go ahead and see you all in the next one. Feel free to go ahead and pick this thing up and let me know what you think of it in the comments. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Tech out. Bye. I reckon it could put a good V6 in this.